Hey everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. Right, so for this video I'm going to be reviewing the 4K picture for Superman 2. And as you can see, this is the Steelbook edition of it. It is taken directly from that beautiful box set that I unboxed last week. And if you haven't seen that video, I will leave a link in the description below, and please do check it out. It really is a wonderful set. So you're probably wondering why I'm not reviewing the 4K picture on the first movie. Well, it's quite simple. It is the exact same 4K transfer that we got before, and I did review it. I done it in a haul video, but I can't seem to find the video, but I am going to do one better. My good friend John Clancy over at the Movie Collector done a wonderful review on this first movie, and I'm going to send you over to John's channel. I'm going to leave a link in the description below, and please do check out the video. It is fantastic. He'll tell you all about that movie so much better than I ever could. But the movie definitely, the first Superman movie in terms of 4K picture, it had its limitations, there's no question about it, but I'm still a fan of it. And again, I will leave a link in the description below, and please do check out John's video on it. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm technically going to be reviewing both cuts of this movie, the theatrical and the Richard Donner cut. Now, it wasn't meant to be like this. When I got this box set first, I was kind of racking my brain thinking which version to actually watch first. In terms of my first viewing experience in 4K. I'd never seen the Donner cut before, so I opted for the theatrical, the version that I love. It's my favourite Superman movie. So I started watching it anyway. I got around 50 minutes into the movie, right around to the scene where Lois Lane finds out Clark is actually Superman. He burns his hand in the fire pit. And then all of a sudden my disc became massively corrupted. The picture just became all pixelated, and my audio went out of sync. And it stayed that way for a half an hour. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to return this set back and get a replacement from Amazon. It's an absolute killer because, like I said, it's my favorite Superman movie, and it just happened to happen on that disc. Wow. So yeah, so I'm going to be technically reviewing both cuts of this movie. So when that disc got corrupted, I knocked on the Donner cut. First time actually viewing that as well. And I have to tell you, from the hour that I watched of the Donner cut, I still prefer the theatrical version. Now, I know a lot of people out there love the Donner cut, and it just wasn't for me. You have to understand, Superman 2 is one of my boyhood favourites. I grew up by this, the theatrical version of this, and I was always fond of it. So those scenes in it just didn't sit well with me, unfortunately. And going back to that scene with the fire pit scene with the Superman burning his hand, that scene has been removed from the Donner cut. And it's not that the scene that they put in is actually bad. It's not. I just don't think it's as good as the fire pit scene. The ending of it as well, I wasn't too crazy about, you know, Superman kind of going back in time, reversing everything. You know, we've seen it already in the first movie. It almost makes everything irrelevant in these movies, everything that he does, because anything that bad happens, he can just simply do that. So to do it again in the second movie, I just didn't buy into it. And not only that, but the Donner cut had a kind of an incomplete feel to it as well. Some of the visuals I don't think Richard Donner had the budget that he wanted. So some of the visual scenes look incomplete. So I think for myself, I'm going to stick with the theatrical version from now on, but I understand why people prefer the Donner cut. It's just not for me, unfortunately. Right, so before I start talking about the 4K picture, I just wanted to quickly talk about the differences that I've seen with the theatrical and the Richard Donner cut. Now, before I say anything, both cuts of this movie look phenomenal. They really, really do. You have absolutely nothing to worry about. The only thing is the Richard Donner cut just looked a little inconsistent when it comes to the grain structure because of them new scenes. And I've said this in countless videos before, I'm not the biggest fan of inconsistent grain structures on 4K discs. But I'm willing to forgive it for the Richard Donner cut. It just cannot be helped. But that's the only kind of little gripe that I have with it. Now, in terms of the 4K disc against the Blu-ray, what you're getting here is a monumental upgrade in picture quality. The first thing I have to talk about is the contrast of this 4K release. It looks astonishing. Just look at the scene right at the start in the Daily Planet. When you finish watching this 4K disc, just knock on the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray has this kind of hazy look to it, where when you knock on the 4K disc, it actually looks night and day in terms of contrast. It really is quite incredible. So yes, I was amazed by the contrast on this. The picture looks incredibly sharp as well. Now, people that was worrying out there that this movie was going to look very similar to the first movie, you just have nothing to worry about here. The first movie had its limitations. This movie definitely doesn't. I actually thought it was incredibly sharp looking. Now, it's not like a modern day movie. Yeah, and anyone that's going into that, are going to be massively disappointed. It still does have a soft presentation look to it, but it is considerably sharper than the first movie, and I was blown away by how it looked. The HDR colors on this, I'm not going to say that the picture looks a hell of a lot more vibrant than the Blu-ray. As a matter of fact, the Blu-ray, the scenes in this movie where the Blu-ray, the colors actually look more vibrant. Just check out the scene with the 3 villains actually first come to Earth. Check out the greenery that you're going to see. It's the scene where where Zod is actually walking on water. The greenery actually looks far more vibrant on the Blu-ray. The only problem is it looks massively overblown. Where when you look at the 4K release and with that HDR color, you got your specular highlights there which look absolutely incredible, and then when you stick in that increased shadow detail, the colors just look massively, incredibly natural looking compared to that Blu-ray. So I was blown away by the HDR colors. The black levels, oh my god, they are the real winner when it comes to this disc. Another scene that comes to mind in terms of black levels is just check out the scene on the moon where the 3 attack the astronauts. If you actually watch the Blu-ray has this bluish tint to it that has been completely removed now, and everything just looks a hell of a lot more natural now. And then when you look at them blacks and how deep they look, and they're so inky looking, and it just adds this incredible amount of depth to the picture. I was absolutely blown away by it. So I think the black levels are going to be one of the massive upgrades that you're going to see on this picture. Folks, I don't know what to tell you. This picture is just extraordinary. It really, really is. I was blown away by it from start to finish. And like I said, whatever cut you're going to go with, you're going to be blown away by what you see here. It is by far the best the movie has ever looked. And I think you are going to be massively impressed by it. The Dolby Atmos that you get on this disc is another winner. There's 2 scenes that come to mind. One is when the 3 attack the small town. There is some incredible bass to that scene, almost demo worthy at times. And you get a great sense of atmosphere again, great separation with your speakers. The dialogue never gets drowned out even by the heavier action sequences that you're going to see in this movie, particularly the scene with Superman fighting the 3 at the end of it. That is my favourite scene in the movie in terms of the Dolby Atmos. I think you are going to be just absolutely blown away by it. It really is an amazing Dolby Atmos soundtrack on this one. And yes, I think you are going to be blown away by sound and picture. So there you go, folks, just a quick review. I just wanted to put my 2 cents out there on this release and what I thought of its picture and sound. So there you have it, folks, there you have it. So as per usual, if you did like what you see here, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you could do, leave a comment down below, and please do share your thoughts on this movie and what version of it did you prefer. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.